Hey guys, it's Gameface here and welcome back to episode 4 of my Tottenham career mode. Now in today's episode we will be finishing the summer transfer window. We've got a game against Everton before that though, and we've got this team to try and sort out. So in between episodes I've been having a look at the team, trying to decide exactly what we're going to do, because obviously last episode wasn't good enough. 2 0-0 draws, and also in the second episode we got a 0-0 draw. So we've actually had 3 0-0 draws out of 3 games. This is the solution. Yes, a little bit unrealistic, but it was suggested in episode 2. I know he's obviously gone to Bayern in real life, but for some reason I didn't do this transfer. So we're going to make the most of it, and we're going to try and get him in the team. He's actually not that expensive, so he could be a bit of a gem for us to have. And part of the deal is going to be getting rid of Ryan Mason. Now, it's a little bit of a shame, again, getting rid of him. But I just think if we're going to get results, we've got to bring in some more unrealistic players than the ones that have been bringing in at the moment. So we're going to go with that. We're going to go 6 million on top of that, and I'm pretty sure they'll accept that, to be honest, Benfica. I've put in a bid for Sanchez on a few different career moments before off camera, and I think they accepted one. It was ridiculous, to be honest, the one that they accepted. I'm pretty sure it was something like Darren Gibson and 6 million. So they should really accept that, but we'll wait and see. You never know, they might not be interested in the player, and they might have wanted more money. I'm not really too sure, but we're going to try and get him in before the Everton game, and look, they've accepted it. So he's quite a cheap player to get in. We're going to go for it, 25 grand a week, and he's incredible for me usually in games, so he shouldn't be too much different in this Tottenham career mode. But let's see how we get on. I'm hoping we can get him in. I obviously appreciate the suggestions that have been left in the previous videos and that sort of thing. I can't obviously bring them all in inevitably because we don't have enough money. But there's some other players I'm looking at. Sissoko might well be leaving Newcastle in real life. In fact, he probably is, with Real Madrid rumoured to be after him. And he's another player that I'm tempted about getting in. He looks like a good player, obviously stats-wise, very strong, and he's my sort of player, to be honest. The club has transfer listed him as well, so we can try and get him in cheap. Hopefully he doesn't complete a very quick move to a different team. But who will he replace? That's the question, really. Who is he going to replace? The obvious one for me is Dembele, but I think he's quite a big fan. Well, I think he's quite a big hit with the Tottenham fans, I should say. I'm pretty sure you guys quite like him a lot, the Tottenham fans that are watching this, so I don't know. I think it's difficult to know who to get rid of here. Dembele for me is the obvious choice, but will he play there? I'm not really too sure. I think we'll just go with a bid, to be honest. I think we'll go with 7 million. He's transfer listed, so I think that's a fair offer. I'm hoping that they agree to it. I'm hoping no one also beats me to it. Now, before we go any further... Oh, no. Negotiations over. That's not good. Before we go any further, though, if we go ahead and hit 30 likes on this video, that would be really appreciated. Also, if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button as well. We're so close to getting 4,000 subs. Let's try and do it within the next week. And, yeah, negotiations over for Sissoko. He's moving to Liverpool. That's what I meant when I was on about a quick move to a different team, and it happened. He's moved to Liverpool. That one's over now, so let's try and get in Renato Sanchez. They kind of forget about that last one that didn't quite work with Sissoko. We're very happy with this signing. Really good signing for us. He's obviously going to slot in into the team straight away. We need to start him. He's fantastic in game. His stats are incredible. Look at those physical stats. Yes, skill attributes aren't great, but he's got everything you need, really. He's the perfect player in match, and he should be good alongside Eric Dyer as well. But this is what I've done with the team. I've tried to change it a little bit. I obviously want to keep Eriksen in the side. He's someone I'm not wanting to drop or try and do anything else with him, to be honest. But his best position is behind the striker, and we weren't really playing him there. We were kind of playing him off to the left, attacking mid, that sort of place. So I've got him just in behind Harry Kane, who I'm going to, again, give another go up front. Try and get him scoring goals, obviously, with those sort of players behind him. We've got Son on the left, we've got Ben Yedder on the right, and that obviously means that Dele Alli has to be dropped, which isn't good. That's the only downside to playing this sort of formation in this team. You have to drop Dele Alli. But again, he'll come on, I would imagine, quite a lot of the time. So we're going to just give that a go. It's not necessarily set in stone. We might well have to drop Ben Yedder or Son and put Ali out there instead. But we're going to give this a go for the next match against Everton. Dembele will actually come onto the bench, thinking about it. We'll get rid of Wanyama. I should have put Davies back on there. There we go, and I think that's the sort of team I want to be going ahead with. We maybe need to have a look at some other players as well, though, and probably do that now. Okay, so I was going to take a look at some other players, but I've realised we don't really have enough money to buy anybody else just yet. So we'll leave it till after this match. Got just over 7 million to try and spend if we can after the Everton game. We've obviously got transfer deadline day as well to go through. But the team that I just showed you a second ago is the side that will play against Everton. Let's give it a go. Let's get 3 points. Come on, we need the first 3 points of the season in the 4th match. Come on, here we go. Let's get a win against Everton. I need Sanchez to be at his best. I need Harry Kane to find some pace from somewhere. And we just need to create as many chances as we have been doing. We just need to finish them off this time. Harry Kane, still going. Still going to look for Son. Oh, it's 1-0. We're 5 minutes in. We've scored already. Oh, my days. Finally, we've scored this season. The 4th match in. Wow, I don't think we've ever had a drought like that before one of these career modes. We've gone like 3 games without scoring. Finally got the first goal. Son scores it. And I'm very happy with that. Just 5 minutes in as well. Very good start, but we need to continue it because obviously there's a long time left still. Eriksen. Gonna look for Harry Kane. Oh, it's 2-0. Harry Kane scored. Finally, I didn't think that was going to work, to be honest. I thought I was going to overhit the cross, but I didn't. 2-0, Harry Kane scores, and we're starting to find a little bit of form now. And we're about 10 minutes away from half-time as well, so it's been a good performance so far. Eriksen's looked much better, starting to create some more chances, and we're starting to take them as well, which is the main thing. So 2-0, and we're very close to half-time. Oh, it's a penalty. Okay. Stones with a very aggressive challenge on Harry Kane there. I didn't actually expect it to be a penalty. I was expecting the corner, but he's got a red card as well, Stones, and we've won ourselves a penalty. A little bit harsh, I think. I didn't really think it was a penalty. It was an aggressive challenge, but don't know whether he really went through the back of him. We'll have to take another look at the replay. Stones dives in. There's nothing wrong with that. That's no way a penalty. We'll take it, though, obviously. We'll get Harry Kane to try and score this one. 82 penalties, probably one of the better penalty takers we've got. And it's changed back to Ben Yedder automatically. Can Kane not take it? Is he injured or something? That'll be fine. Come on. Top right. Let's go. And it is. It's 3-0 just before half-time. Harry Kane scores, second of the match. And we're cruising this game at the moment, completely different to last episode. And it just shows how much this game can really change match to match. It's unbelievable, really, how different it can be, especially the fact that it was 0-0 in the last 3 matches at this point. We're actually 3-0 up in this game, so it's half-time now. We're going to keep the team the same, probably change it in about 15 minutes' time. Oh, it's played straight to Ben Yedder. Can we play it through to Harry Kane for the hat-trick? Oh, it's a good save from the keeper. Needed that one as well. It'd be nice to get him a hat-trick in this match. Eriksen will take the corner. No short corner in this time. Vertonghen's in there on his left foot. Nearly falls to Dyer. Oh, what a save that is. Should really have scored that one as well, Eric Dyer. We'll take the corner and then we'll probably make some changes here. Eriksen looking for Dyer again, but punched away. And Ben Yedder will claim it and try and keep the attack alive here. Alderweireld still playing it. Sanchez looking back to Eriksen. Back in the box, maybe. Oh, no one around. And let's make the changes now. Okay, all 3 changes. Ali, Dembele and NG all come on. That means Son, Eriksen and Ben Yedder will all come off. Sanchez has also moved on to the left-hand side of centre attacking mid. I think it suits him a bit better than being so far back with Eric Dyer. But he's still had a good game. Sanchez winning back the ball quite a lot. But we just need to try and give him a go further forward, I think, now. Harry Kane looks for Sanchez. Sanchez going to have a shot. Oh, it's come back to him. Must be something, surely. Maybe another penalty. And nearly going in for the sign challenge was Eric Dyer on Gibson, who's gone on a bit of a run here and lost it. So, very bizarre from Darren Gibson. He gets it back as well. I have no idea where he's playing. Such a strange ending to this match. I mean, he should really be winning the game by more than 3 goals. Wait, is that another penalty? Oh my days, it's another penalty. I don't even know what he's giving it for, but we'll take it. 4-0 this could be here. Harry Kane hat-trick potentially as well. We need to score it first though, but I don't know why that's a penalty. We'll take it. It's a coming together, but I don't know why he's given that. Harry Kane, can he make it 4-0, please? Yes, he does. Gets his hat-trick. And there we go. Just what a way to end the match here. Harry Kane with his 3rd goal of the game. A thrashing against Everton. 4-0 against their 10 men. And fantastic. Again, 2 goals on the penalty spot. Alright, we'll take them anyway. Yeah, we know that obviously not the greatest goals to score, but a goal is a goal at the end of the day. And we've made it 4-0. And that is it. We've won the game 4-0. I'm not really going to get too carried away about this result because they weren't down to 10 men quite early on. We've got 2 penalties. We've got a little bit of luck in this match, which we didn't have in the first 3 games. But we got the 3 points. That's the main thing. Very happy with the result and the way that we scored the goals as well. So we'll take that absolutely, and obviously go into deadline day trying to get in maybe 1 or 2 players to improve the squad, but much better with that starting lineup than the one that we previously had. And also you have stronger subs as well to bring on, the likes of Dembele and Dele Alli to try and make an impact off the bench. So now we'll probably take a look at mainly loan players, but we'll also have a look at some permanent deals as well, see whether we need to bring anybody else in. Okay, so we're going to try putting a bid for Wilfried Zaha from Crystal Palace. Very fast. I'm looking for another winger, really. Obviously, we got rid of Chadley. And I'm also looking at George's Kevin Nkudu, something like that, who we've actually put in an offer for, despite him recently joining. We've put in a loan offer, 2-year deal with a £5 million fee afterwards to obviously try and get him on a permanent deal. So we'll take a look at that one afterwards. Hopefully we get an alright response from there. We're going to have a look at Wilfried Zaha. He's quite expensive actually. I wasn't expecting him to be as much as this, but we're going to go for it anyway. We're going to go 9.3, not as much as the chief executive reckons he's worth with him having such a big contract, but we'll see what Palace say. So I still think that's quite a lot of money for him. Okay, Palace want 15.5, which is completely ridiculous. Marseille have come back and said they're not looking to loan him out. Okay, so that's not gone too well. 15.5 is absolutely ridiculous, really. We can't afford to pay that sort of amount for Zaha, who really wouldn't necessarily even be in the starting 11. So we need to have a look at some more wingers. We took a look at actually quite a few right mids off camera. I'm going to maybe have a look at Balassi now, see what he's valued at, another Palace player. And again, we'll put in the same sort of bid, to be honest. So 9.3 million for him. We're also going to have a look at Rolando Aarons. Now, a little bit of a different bid, this one. I'm pretty sure we could get him in for 2 million. So that's what we're going to go with. But he's very good in game. I'm a huge fan of him in match. I've signed him off camera on previous career modes that you don't see, that I do just by myself, and he's a very good player in match for me. So I'm going to put in a bid for him, and there's some other good players as well, but I don't know whether any of them particularly stand out. I want someone that's very fast and also very good at shooting, that sort of thing, really. But there's a lot of players like Nasri here who isn't that fast, loads on his wage, and is obviously quite a ridiculous price. So we're going to try and get in players that are maybe a little bit more affordable. They've got this guy from Anderlecht, actually, which looks quite good here at Bournemouth. Recently joined, obviously, but we'll take a look at him for the future. But I don't think there's anybody else here that really is anyone that I fancy, to be honest. Pretty sure that there's nobody else that I'm particularly interested in. So we'll continue on with transfer deadline day, hopefully get a better response from those bids. First of all, though, a transfer offer in for one of our youngsters. Dagenham and Redbridge want them, want Miller, so we're going to up that. We're going to ask for 130 grand on our counter offer, and we'll move on to our transfers, who I believe have actually been accepted. As you can see there, Newcastle and Palace accepting. We're actually just going to delete the Zaha one, but they've accepted both of them somehow. So Balassi could well be joining us here, but we need some more money. So he might not be joining us as well. We haven't really planned this out too well. We need like 60 grand a week to realistically get him in. But we're going to go with that. Hopefully he joins, but I'll be surprised if he does. He'll probably want the 60 grand. But we've got a Rolando Aarons, who looks like a more realistic signing. 20 grand a week as well. So we'll go with the 5-year deal. And I think squad rotational player is a fair call to give him. So we'll give him that, and I'm hoping to try and get him into the team as much as possible. Like I say, I'm a huge fan of him in-game. The Balassi deal, though, is looking a little bit unlikely unless he decides to drop what he's after. And he hasn't. He's still after the 60 grand. Great. Dagenham and Redbridge come back and said they're not willing to match it because they can't afford the extra 20 grand, no doubt. So we will just accept it. We'll give them William Miller. And Rolando Aarons appears to be the preferred choice over Balassi. Could I have offered them a lower amount? I don't know. Didn't I give them too much with that 9.3? I just thought, to be honest, it'd be worth more than that. So I didn't give them a lower offer. I think it's just going to be Rolando Aarons. To be honest, I'm happy with that one anyway. We don't need someone as big as Balassi that's going to demand to play most games. So I'm happy with the Rolando Aarons deal. I think that's a very good one. Balassi's maybe someone we get in January, but there's obviously a couple of different players I'm getting in the future, but we're just going to maybe just ease our way into this Caremo a little bit in this first transfer window. So I'm pretty happy with that one. I think he's about 71 overall or something, is he? He is. But he's very fast and very good in game. So that's the main thing. Very good at attacking. So I'm actually really happy with that deal. We'll take it. And I think that's pretty much it for the transfer deadline day. I can't see me wanting to sign any other players. Got a little bit of money left over for January, but there will be some players leaving as well during that period. Let's see how we get on though. 7 hours left. If there's any more deals, then I'll obviously show you them, but I don't know whether there will be. We've got some transfer offers in and a player sold. We've got another one of our youngsters, I think, here. This time it's a loan, 1 year loan to Carlisle. We'll obviously go ahead with that one. Newcastle are putting a bid for Balassi, 8.5 million. It's been accepted, so that just tells you we probably could have got him in for cheaper, which is very frustrating. But something that we'll learn from. I just expected him to be worth much more, and we're obviously running out of time here on transfer deadline day. Winston Reid has gone to Sunderland, 12.5 million. Another overpriced deal. Surely he's not worth that much, is he? Relative to this game, obviously in real life he might well be. Transfer offer for Yang Vertonghen. He's not going anywhere. 20 million from Liverpool. Reject all offers. He's recently signed a contract with us, I believe, in the first episode, so he's absolutely not going to leave us at the moment. We're obviously trying to keep him in. Balassi does go to Newcastle. Seems like I've forced that deal through more than Newcastle have. But we will approach the end of the deadline day now. We've got another offer in. Who's it for? Oh, it's for one of our youngsters yet again. Another loan deal. We'll send him out to Gillingham this time. And that will be the last deal for us for this transfer deadline day. That will be absolutely everyone that we've brought in. And now we can focus on the season, trying to win some more matches. We're currently on 5 points, and that puts us 7th. Ironically, just behind Arsenal. So, yeah, we need to try and obviously beat them this season. But the main thing is we're going to try and get in the top 3. That's what I'm trying to do. Sunderland are 2nd at the moment. Very strange, but let's move on now to having a look at some emails. We've obviously got some monthly scouting updates to take a look at, but also a training injury, and luckily it's Luke McGee, nobody particularly used in the team. 5 weeks he's out for. We will also delete a few more emails, but monthly scouting updates coming back from France here. Going to reject quite a few of these, I'd imagine, but we've got a couple here who could be good. Let's move on to the English players, and again, 1 or 2 there that look fairly decent, some obviously that we have to reject, and we'll take a look at our youth academy now. It should be quite good, it should be looking alright anyway. We've got a few players that seem to be doing okay. We've got Chris Ripley, who's 58 overall, potential-wise looks very good, but obviously we're not too sure exactly how good he's going to be. He could well be 67 overall, which isn't great, but there we've got some good names in there at the moment. We're looking good with some of those youngsters, and we'll progress on to the next match. But first, some more player drills. Let's go with the exact same 5 players. I've just realised, actually, that I didn't promote this guy, did I, on the right? He's just one of my youngsters that's still in the youth academy, so I've done that right because I think it's easier to get them up in overall when they're still in the youth academy. He moves closer to 62 overall. We've got some players, again, moving up, but no changes in overall, really. Another week of play drills to do. We've got a little bit of time here before the next match, so we'll just use it to try and train them up. Dele Alli's stamina's gone up, we've got some slide tackling going up there, and Bentaleb's attributes have gone up a little bit as well. But the main thing is our youngster has gone up to 62 overall, which is good. But we do have a player injury to deal with. Let's have a look. Player injured, and it's Lamella out for 3 weeks on international duty. And we've got Dennis Prahet, I don't know, something like that, but he's at Bournemouth. Not particularly fast for a winger, so not someone that we're particularly interested in at the moment, but you never know, he could improve a little bit before January. And we've got Vincent Janssen saying he wants to play the upcoming match against Sunderland. Okay, what we're going to do with this is we won't be playing it in the episode. We'll be deciding on the team now, though, just so it's ready to go for the next episode. We're currently in 10th position. If we win the game, then we go on to 9 points. That puts us roughly sort of 4th, 5th, 6th, that sort of region. So that's quite a good position to be in if we obviously beat Sunderland. But they are doing quite well at the moment, so it's going to be a tough match. We'll decide on the team, maybe get Janssen in. Not really convinced by that. He might well just come off the bench, to be honest. Okay, I think that will be the team. There's actually only been one alteration to the starting lineup. We've got Aarons there playing on the left-hand side of centre attacking mid. Going to give him a start, see how he gets on. That shows really how much I like him in game. Hopefully he demonstrates that in the next game and obviously the next episode. But this is the bench I've gone with. Son obviously drops on there. We've got Janssen as our only striker, so no NG, which is a little bit risky. I'm actually a little bit tempted to put him on the bench. We might actually do that just in case we need some more pace going up front, so some will drop out of the team completely. But yeah, that is the team that will be played with in the next episode against Sunderland. So that is it for the episode. Thank you all for watching. If we could go ahead and hit 30 likes on this video, that'd be really appreciated. Also, if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button as well. That'd be absolutely fantastic. We're so close now to 4,000 subscribers, so thank you all so much for your support, and I will see you tomorrow for probably a Leeds career mode video. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.